He said he did it on purpose.
You're old. You're old when you can't see out of your left eye. Your foot hurts, and you can't. You have to come home. Like I tell you, I come home. My girlfriend. Tell me. This is what blows my mind. My girlfriend. How do you keep the romantic interest in your relationship when you come home and you're like, babe, I love you. It's so good to see you. Where's my foot cream? You know what I mean? like
that is pretty old, man. That is pretty old.
I need to tell you.
Welcome to the Outplayed podcast. This podcast is including me, myself, Ego, do a lot of overpowered esports stuff, but more importantly, we got the Giga YouTuber who hosts it. That's going to be Cordy, bringing in a lot of energy and all the production value. And over to my side, or I guess below me, within this case, much like he is in the ranked games, is going to be the Wolfmeister himself, Wolfie, looking to get it cooking, not only in the solo lane, but on the content creation side of things. Thank you guys so much for, coming through. We're very happy to have you. And this week, in between patches, maybe a little bit more about the boys, but I have a feeling that we're going to also be touching on TERRA. So, hey, welcome to the Outplayed podcast.
Clean off the top, just ready to go.
Skill. I live in a permanent space of talking for people.
That is the D&D pro right there.
It is actually.
I really want to watch your games, man. I really want to watch your D&D sets. When are we going to see them on YouTube or Twitch?
So I actually was doing some D&D writing today, but I also did start the process of writing up character sheets for Paragon characters, so we could have a D&D Outplayed session.
Is that happening?
Dude, yeah, I think I was gonna pitch to you guys off air, but I did start normally D&D you'll have actions and class economy and stuff, but I remixed it a little bit and added stuff that's specific to the characters. I chose a carry for you, Cordy, and I gave you a magical item called the Merchant Box, which essentially would let you roll an additional D6 on an attack against somebody who has more HP than you. So you're always going to do more damage to people in the combat who have more damage and stuff. And for Wolfie, I made him something else pretty similar, but I'm going to keep that one a little bit more of a secret because it's
I'm Sevrog. I made it, man. I made it. I'm Sevrog.
I love D&D, man. I watch D&D and play D&D. I miss D&D. It's been a while since I played.
Oh, man, so dude. I love D&D for how much it's popularized role playing stuff and it being the introductory thing that got me into it. But at the same time, I am also quitting the system in favor of trying to make my own, just because I have so many stories I want to tell, man.
Wait, so you're quitting the system? What do you mean?
So D&D is on the 5e system, right?
Yeah.
5th edition. Mm-hmm. And it is a really good system, but it lacks some of the specifications for Magic that I want. For me, my favorite part about role playing and being a DM and stuff is the use of Magic. And D&D is pretty cut and dry. For spells that do damage. Okay, you cast that spell. All right, cool. The spell goes well. Unless someone counter spells, no one. Okay, everyone else, you roll to see if you can dodge the spell. If no, take damage. If yes, take more damage. And that's the extent of that real spell stuff. But I was asleep in my bed one day and I was really not miscontent, but I wanted more. And I thought of this cool system where you would cipher spells where that was an ability attribute. So let's say Wolfie is casting a fireball, but people are around and I don't want to hit them. He would be all right, can I make a ciphering check to augment my spell? So instead of this big explosion, a fire, what if I want to condense it and use my arcane abilities to make it a flaming pillar on one person? And I'm basing my system around that, about a fully customizable Magic system. I'm super excited.
You're going to go through all the Magic abilities because there's a lot. So are you just these are your abilities you could choose from?
So it's based off of a trait system. So essentially, depending on how you want to change a spell. So there will be base spells, right? So there's you want to cast Earthwalk, and you want to do that. It's the ciphering system is based off of a 4 subset of if you want to choose the damage, duration, durability, or I forget the name of the 4th one at the moment. And essentially, depending on how you want to change that one, It's called the 4x4 system within it. So like there's like ciphering a spell, the 4 things you can change about the spell, and then depending on what degree, low, medium, high, extreme, that adds additional like numbers onto your roll for it. So let's say you want to cipher a spell, right? And you're like, Wolfie is going like balls out, right? And he's like, I want to cast a spell that like, instead of creating a gallon of water, I want to create like an ocean tide above their head. Except I would probably say no, because that's just bad balance. but on like an example thing, I'd be like, okay, well, what you're trying to do is you're trying to change like the durability, so the size of the spell, and I'd say that's an extreme degree. So durability, extreme, that's an additional +4. So now I need you to roll and hit this normal threshold, but then add 4 on top of that to do it successfully, and spend 4 extra spell points if you do it successfully to make it happen, kind of thing.
Sounds like a lot of math.
It is. It is. Well, role-playing games are normally a lot of math.
Yeah, that's. I guess for a new player, that'd be really, really confusing. Like because Wolfie's never played D&D. Do you know anything about D&D at all?
From what I've noticed, the movie Dungeons and Dragons, but that's not accurate, right? It's kind of funny because when I was watching the Dungeons and Dragons movie, when what's it called? He would like pull out a weapon, and it wasn't the weapon he want. I would look over my girlfriend. I'm like, "Is that a bad roll?" And she's like, "Yeah, that's an homage to the bad roll."
Yeah.
And then like the guy who doesn't walk into the rock, he walks over it instead of going around it. It's like NPCs, and I'm just like, as far as I know, what I don't understand about D&D is like. It's like the skill point stuff. Like if you have a barbarian, okay, let's say he's got a lot of health and he doesn't do a lot of damage, or maybe he does do damage, but he's got a lot of health or whatever it is. But like he's the tanky guy of the group. What I don't understand about it is like when he gets a massive attack hit by the boss, why doesn't he get like out for the count for like 5 turns, or like it just seems like it never really goes in a bad way. Like I've never seen like actual punishment in D&D games. If
he took a lot of damage to the barbarian.
Yeah. Like does he get handicapped? Right. Let's say a boss uses a move where he loses an arm. I never see him. Usually there's a spell or something that brings back his arm or reverses time or something. And like I never actually see the physical punishment of the fights.
Yeah. Like for a lot of that stuff, it is really different on your game. So like a lot of people like, and this is talking from like someone who's DM'd a lot of games, a lot of people want high fantasy types of stuff. So like they're like, oh man, I want to like, be a bard elf who goes into the tavern and I bet the hot like dragon lady, except not many people actually want to be the dragon, because I do go into detail about they have scales. And then they're like, wait, maybe, and maybe not. But like there is like kind of more grim, dark settings. Like I've ran a horror campaign called The Necro King, and essentially like an example like to what you said, like the druid of the party, they were in this forsaken city, there were dead people all around, and he heard this like dog whimpering, and he's a druid, and so he's like, okay, I'm gonna go out to him. He splits away from the party secretly, and he finds this dog, and it's on the ground, and it looks like it's seizing, and he reaches out to help it, and he's like, oh man, like what's going on? I go a health check, and like you see something underneath the eyes start to move slowly, and as it does, you can hear the sickening crunch as this crimson red starts to bleed out from the mouth. As you go to draw back, you see these tendrils reach out from the mouth and grab you, pulling you in, and an intellect devourer grips you, and as it does, it drains a degree of your intelligence, and that stuff has like long-term effects, right? Like I was like, for the rest of your game, you have a -2 to intelligence, because that was kind of what the setting dictates. But a lot of people don't want that. Like there's, like a lot of people want more like the Dragon's Dogma RPG game. Not a lot of people want like Dark Souls, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because like for example, if like he reaches out and then the tentacles grab him, it'll be like instead of him losing intellect, he will now be able to control the dead that are running around in the city. And it's just like there's always some kind of cushion, and there's I don't see the challenge in it. Like I see you role playing, like sure, that might be fun. I've never done it, but if I'm just gonna role play and get everything handed to me, it's like
sometimes.
I don't know.
I guess it kind of depends on the DM though, because I know our sessions that we played, we had people like die and we had to re-roll, and you do get attached to those characters. Like I was playing a character for I don't know maybe like 6 or 8 months, and then I sacrificed myself for my party so they can survive, and so I'd have to like reroll a character, and I made a whole new character that way I wouldn't like have the same feel as I had as the original character. But
it's cool. If you're also looking for like a lot like an RPG where like D&D is just the most popular system, but I feel like a lot of people don't like realize just how many RPGs there are. Like when I tell you there are like, as someone who works in like an RPG store, like with comics as well and stuff, but like we have an RPG wall with thousands upon thousands of monsters in like different like books and systems. And like even when I finish my system, I'm very aware that it's going to be a drop in the bucket. But for, like for something you sounded like you were listening off Wolfie, there's another one called DCC. It's called Dungeon Crawl Classics, and this is such a hard like RPG to where in session 1 you are supposed to build 5 characters, and then you are just expecting that all but maybe 1 or 2 of them die, and that is your character going forward. But you always have to have 2 characters in backup because people are likely to die. Okay. Like, yeah, and it's like they're very much shorter. Like D&D campaigns can like Cordy notes can last like weeks to months or span like forever, right? Yeah. But like DCC ones are like much more short and compact, but they're very hard because that's what some people are looking for.
Yeah, you get attached, man. You get attached to those characters, dude. I had a buddy who like he was the last person to die in our original group, and you can feel the pain when he died. Like it was, you get attached to
yourself at the time, I guess. Yeah,
it's like, dude, man, Cordy. Like question. Can I ask you, Cordy? Have you ever cried during a D&D session?
No.
Have you ever cried during a D&D session?
No.
Because I have pre-written. Okay, this is gonna sound so demented. Like this is gonna sound so bad. But like I have pre-written stories I do around like certain characters and certain NPCs, and I play them in such a way to where like the point is to like invoke like a strong emotional reaction out of people, right? And recently I did it, and basically at the end of this one, they're like stopping at this ziggurat, which is like kind of like those Mayan pyramids, like temple like spaces. This thing called the necrohelix from spawning, because if it does, the undead basically will be truly undying and all this stuff. And they have NPCs, you know, that like travel along with them and stuff. And it was a smaller group, and essentially it is planned in the party that one of the NPCs, this dwarf man named Thorn, is supposed to die, right? Like I wrote him to like, he was a part of an old party. They all died to the undead. He has a grudge and he has like this vow not to let anyone else die. So inevitably one of the players is in trouble. Thorin steps in. He basically takes the bullet and he dies, dude. And like, it's so pleasing as a DM when you see that, like, not because I want to hurt their feelings, but because it's like, it's cathartic, right? When you see that like strong emotion come from people, because like it's all about like stories and like building a connection. And when you know you've built that connection with people, and how you organically like shift it away, and you can see it affect them. Oh, dude, it's like it's like a drug.
You know you like succeeded when you have those reactions.
It's pretty cool. It makes for such a good, like, it also like shows that people are invested, right? Because like that is, you have to be invested in an RPG for it to be fun.
Yeah,
you should try it.
I see why people
Wolfie play D&D. Wolfie play D&D.
I don't know. I don't have the imagination. I don't have the voices. I don't have the personality for it. Like I don't know. Like I would just be me talking normally, and I don't know. I feel like when you try to explain the cave or that we're going into, or like the dragon or whatever, I feel like I'd just be like, I'd like tune out, or maybe I wouldn't pay attention. I don't know. I've always been bad with that kind of stuff.
There's also like, well, if you do it online, you can do like a website where it has like a layout, and you can have like the characters on there and stuff, so you kind of get a little visual. Like, you do have to imagine it for sure, but
yeah, we do like pictures over here.
It's cool. It's really fun.
I know, it's super sick, man. Like I would also love to DM for you guys, because like I like DMing for non-children where they are having their like first real RPG experience. I will say, above game, cancel me if you want, kids are little shits, and I hate DMing for them, bro. It is.
Yeah, they probably want everything to go their way.
Dude, like the big I had this like boss named Baron, the Baron who was like a demon lord or something like that. And I was running it for this store, and he's like threatening the party. He's like, I'm in the corner drinking whiskey because I can. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, that's cool. And he's like, how drunk do I get? And I'm like, you get kind of drunk. And he's like, I drink even more. I drink the whole barrel of whiskey. And what I want to be, because I'm trying to like paint a narrative here, is like, hey, you die of alcohol poisoning.
Right. Let's get him out of the session.
Don't drink, kids.
He's like, ah! But oh my god, like it's definitely tough.
If we were to get like a D&D session going, would you be interested in joining, Wolfie? Would you give it a shot?
I'd give it a shot. Absolutely. I'm open to anything, but I would think it'd probably have to. I would not, probably not. I probably wouldn't want like a substantial role or like something serious. Maybe I could do like an NPC to start out with. Or something.
No. That's not how you do it.
You'd be a player.
Be a party member. No,
yeah.
Dude, I don't know if I can keep it going that long.
Well, there's some that are short. Sorry, go ahead.
Like, oh no, not at all, dude. But like, we could like keep it relatively short, but also it's not like nearly as difficult in the way of like what the expectations are, if that kind of makes sense. Because like people will watch like Critical Role, all hail Liam O'Brien and Matt Mercer. Okay. And like we'll be like, oh man, like you have to like basically be like an actor to be able to do this, but like it's really is as simple as like knowing, like, for example, your party objective is to find a gnome, right? Who you know frequents a certain area, and you're like, oh, okay. So what would you like to do? You're like, I would like to go investigate the tavern. It's really as simple as like, as you enter the tavern, you can see it is low lit from various candles around the interior. Something seems to have happened at the fireplace that has temporarily rendered it out of condition for them to be able to utilize it. Behind the bar, you do see like a short figure, and you just say you want to go talk to them.
I want to check out. Can I investigate the fire?
Of course. Can I have you make a roll for that? And then, like,
okay.
I rolled a 15.
What's your roll result? With the 15, you're able to see that it seems that there are not burn marks around the interior, but the residue of what seems to be a frost flash. You can see these hexagonal and geometric frames and shapes within the interior of it, but as well as that, what seemed to be on that be claw marks. You can assume that maybe there is some type of creature that attempted to break through it, and as they did, someone responded in kind, and the damage that dealt to it, but as well as the structure, has rendered it unusable for the time being.
Okay, I kind of see how it works.
Easy.
We get a bunch of Paragon content creators to do a D&D
dude
session.
I'm like writing it in my head, dude, and like having like a one where you guys like play as Paragon characters. Oh man,
it's really sick. It's really all in the DM, dude. As a player, you really just like, what do you want to do, right? I could investigate to see like what happened with the fire. I can go talk to the guy behind the bar, and then Ego would take it from there and be like, roll this, and then you roll. And in combat, you can play easy characters. Like when I first started playing D&D, I started off as a barbarian because I didn't know magic. Like the spell casting was really tough. But as a barbarian, all you really need to do is know how to rage. And then I want to attack this person. You roll the dice, you attack, you do damage, go next, pretty much.
Yeah, go next. And like after you do it once, you're like, wait, I just do that every time? Yes. Okay, cool. Like
it's really
casters,
easy, man.
Yeah, casters can be a little bit harder because you have to like deal with like spells and stuff. But like throwing you in as a barbarian, I'll throw you in as like Sephiroth, and I'll give you like a cantrip where you soul suck somebody. Just to be like, instead of attacking with hammer, you could just do this.
Do like life steal or something, health regen. Cool.
Like souls question mark.
It would basically I would give him a magical item, which would be his hammer. That like Cordy, games wise for you, like mechanically, like you can't stack temporary hit points, but he could with his hammer. So anytime he kills something, he would get like a stack of like 10 or 15 temporary hit points, and if he like soul steals it, it would stack up to like 20. So like his like health pool would stay the same, but his temp HP would like forever be able to stack upwards. Yeah, exactly.
Let's do it, man. So I'm super down. I love D&D. I like watching it. I'm super down.
Give it a shot for sure.
At first, like I thought it was like really nerdy when people would talk about it, but after playing it for a year, I'm like, I'm in love with it. It's so fun. Dude, you don't need to do like cosplaying and voice acting. It's just that fun.
Well, it gives you an opportunity to like do things that like in your current situation you can't. But also, it's such a good like social thing, dude. Like you're hanging with the boys,
dude,
just like
drinking,
talking. Like, oh man, have a brew scope, and when the wildest stuff happens, like you roll like a nat 1 on like trying to like persuade the Draken wife, whatever, to do something. It just makes for like such sick moments of like interactions within this game that aren't possible outside of RPGs.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. We definitely should be down. I'll be down 100%. Let me know you go.
Give it a shot.
You're
Find
the
some
man,
other people.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
But so how was everyone's New Year's, man? Did you guys do anything fun?
I don't know. What about you, Ego? What'd you do?
New Year's, I went to a friend's house and I ate a lot of deviled eggs. Keep in mind, I have an egg intolerance. So I ate like 11 deviled eggs. And,
Those things smell,
bro. Oh,
they smell like blood.
They're
Dude.
so good, bro. When you're making them, yeah, but when they're done and they're in the fridge, bro.
Never liked it. Never liked
So
deviled eggs.
I love them. I could eat a whole tray of them without, like, with Thanksgiving, especially without the ham, the turkey. Just give me like 25 eggs on the platter. Sit there all night, just.
Dude, put it down. Yeah. Then we played board games, and I kissed my girlfriend at midnight, and then we left and went to bed. Like it was very
what time
low-key.
what time did you guys go to bed? I'm curious because
dude, we were in bed before 1, like because we had to drive back, right? So there's a little bit of drive. So we came home. We're like, "Hey, babe, New Year's! Whoa, look at us! We're so in love." I'm going to bed, and I will have gas egg intolerance, and I just like closed the door. What about you, dude? What about you, man?
What about me? I just kind of, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the age showing, but like, it was like 11:30, and I wanted to go to bed. And the only reason we didn't was because my girl's mother came over, and she was hanging out with us. We literally just had like potato skins, mozzarella sticks, what else? And then I think there was like some chips or something on the table. Sitting there watching the New York, I think it's, what's it called? Dick Clark's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest or something.
Yeah.
Or watching that. And I'm just watching it, and the only thing I remember about New Year's was Cardi B. No, it was Megan Thee Stallion in a purple cloud.
Oh my god, they played it so much.
Promoting Planet Fitness. Oh my gosh, I can't feel my legs. And then
there's so much. They played it so much.
Every commercial, I just kept seeing it. It drove me nuts. All of the groups that they had on, all of the artists that they had sing. The only one that I really liked was Jelly Roll. Everybody else, I didn't really care for. But other than that, we just watched it. And then once it hit 12 o'clock, 12:15, her mom was out the door, and I was in bed at 12:30. I was exhausted. I don't know what it is.
I guess it probably is like getting old, because I'm in the same way. I really haven't really cared for New Year's that much in a very long time. We got dressed, we went out to eat, we reserved a spot at a nice place downtown. We dressed up, ate, came home, made some mixed drinks, played some board games, watched the broadcast, and that was it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Do you know in Idaho they drop a potato? They don't drop the ball. I found out like on TikTok. They're like, well, New Year's while China, or what's it called? Puerto Rico's dropping a ball, New York's dropping a ball. You go to Idaho, it's a whole ass potato. Is
it a big potato?
It's a massive potato. Like you would see, it's almost like it looks like it's mutated. Like they just like pumped a bunch of chemicals in it to get it to a massive size, or maybe it's fake. It's probably fake. And then they just drop it on the floor. For some reason they did that in Idaho, but. I don't know. Yeah, it has to be the age.
So, fun fact, because I just looked it up, because you like with the Megan Thee Stallion shirt, like that. Planet Fitness makes 60% of their annual revenue in their first quarter of the New Year's. Damn. So, like that, dude, yeah, it's everybody being like, "This is the year.
Yeah,
we're losing it."
She said I could get an ass if I go to Planet Fitness.
Exactly. So they just make all their money in their first annual quarter. Like I looked it up because I was curious. The total revenue that they like make during that point, it's 66.9% of their like revenue for the year in the first quarter of the year is where they make all their money.
We're watching the potato drop.
I'm telling you, they dropped the potato. It's disgusting.
Is that a legit potato?
I I don't know. I see. It's hard. They don't have like sparkly lights on it. They have fireworks coming out of it, but you know, they could just load up a potato with a bunch of explosives.
That thing is massive.
Yeah, I don't know that. I want to hope it's real. I really do. I wouldn't be surprised if America could make a potato the size of a football field. But
I thought they're gonna drop it and like let it smash on the ground.
I wanted them to, because when I saw it attached to a crane, I was like, yeah, they're gonna drop it from the crane. But I don't know.
Oh my god.
It's disgusting, man.
Oh, okay. So, Cordy, what did you do for the New Year's, bro?
Oh, I already said.
I mean, like, did you make any like New Year's resolutions?
Oh, resolutions.
Ooh, that's what
Yeah.
I'm
Did you
talking about.
did you come in like, this is going to be the year I finally am able to defeat Ego? It won't be, but like,
That's the regular basis there. I've never really been a big fan of resolutions because I never fall through. But I did. There's one little thing that I am wanting to do, not because of the New Year's, just because I've been noticing. Because I started working overnight, I come home and I make breakfast before I go to sleep. So I'm like, I eat and then like I don't like burn any calories or anything like that while I'm sleeping and stuff.
Yeah,
because I'm eating like immediately before. So I kind of want to stop eating before I go to bed. That's like my main thing.
That's good. I know, like I gained a lot of weight in high school just from coming home from like baseball or from work and just scarfing my food and going to sleep right away.
Yeah. But like, isn't that like the end of your workday though? Like, isn't that like basically that's like if I like worked on like my shift, came home and then just didn't have dinner.
Yeah, it's like his dinner. Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, but the problem is like, so I have dinner before I go to work. And so I come home and then I have breakfast and eat before I sleep. So I don't know. I just feel like I've been noticed because I'm gaining weight. I'm noticing I'm gaining weight. So like I think that I might need to cut that out and stop eating breakfast before I go to bed immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, not really a New Year's resolution, just something that I wanted to do. Personally, just happened to be around New Year's.
What about you, Ego?
So like this is going to sound like bummy, but my New Year's resolution genuinely was like I want to put everything in overpowered. I have like a little bit like a minor hero complex of just like when I feel like people are depending on me, like I'm just like I can't let them down. I gotta be locked in. Gotta do it for people because there's something like about me that I'm just like I sleep. It is what it is. But like the moment other people are involved, I really don't want to let those people down. So like my New Year's resolution is not. This is not what I told my girlfriend. It's like I just want to give the most satisfying possible experience I can with season 2 of Overpowered. Like I want my players to be able to like look at their like stats. By the way, Yasursky has a 15.0 KD score right now after that royalty game. It was on like between that first set, they have a 15 KDA because he went like 2-1 in like 30 in that game.
Yeah, he had a lot of assists. I saw.
Yeah. So he's like hyper up. Like I'm like, well, the support for royalty has the highest KD in Overpowered currently. Diffed. But no. It's like that was my resolution basically. Like I know I've talked to you, Cordy, about some things. I've talked to like Woo. I've talked to some people on the dev team. Some people helping with the marketing stuff. Like I want to give my players like my dream for this year. Like my resolution is complete. If at some point they're like playing their game, they look at the Twitch stream on their other monitor and there's like 500 people raving. They're like, yo, that play from Wedowin was so good. Oh my God. Like I want to give that to them, bro. So yeah, that's my resolution, bro. What about you?
Nothing personal? No personal resolution?
Yeah, it's gonna be something like actually.
Oh no, I do not care about me.
No.
Dude, I am like I am so like locked in for this, man. Like it doesn't like come because I'll be honest. As of now, I don't know if there will be a season 3 of the OPL. Like this could potentially be it. Like well, it's expensive. Like I have unironically put off getting like an engagement ring for my girlfriend for this. Do not tell her that. Don't tell her that. I'm joking.
I'm sure people will still play even though there's no prize pool, man. You can have like
Yeah.
an end of the
No.
season tourney prize pool. Like,
Yeah.
I've talked to people, and they're like, yeah, if there's no like money up there, then we're not playing. Because like what motivates people to play in the league is the tournaments. What motivates people to play in the tournament is like the like $1,000 like thing, right? And like so even with that, we've had some people be like, okay, well, we're just gonna fall off, which is why like the sponsorship was so big. Because I'm like, okay, well, we can better reward second and third place now, because like even like not like throwing people like under the bus or anything, but like even one of the players was like, bro, I'm not getting out of bed for $1,000 anymore. Like, and of course this is one of the higher level players and stuff. And I'm like, well, you're like, one of the people on one of the teams that is like very competitive, you're a high ranked team. And the other people are like, yeah, I'm not getting out of the bed to play on NA servers anymore. Yeah. So like people are very willing not to play, but they are in equal parts, I'd say, very optimistic about playing as long as there's certain standards to stuff. So with that being said, like, the LPL stuff is expensive, and I feel like that's why my resolution is so like locked in on making this happen, because I like took my Christmas bonus and basically like put that away so that like I could pay for just like season 1, right? For season 2. For the first tournament. And after that, like I'm just like saving and like throwing money into the side to like try to like be like, all right, come up with an extra $1,000 every month. Here we go. 5 months. We got it. And so like there could not be, but if I can do it, then I will.
Even if there's a hiatus for it, that's totally fine too. Like you put it on the burner for 6 months so that you have a tournament for 1 month or 2 months. That's fine.
Yeah, we did have a hiatus too, which was nice. I will say, like, we ended season 1, took a hiatus in December, and we came back. And dude, oh my god, I like low key tears when I saw the turnout for the first game, dude.
Yeah, it was
I'm
good.
like,
it's huge.
Dude, I was so happy, man. I was like, dude, the players deserve it. I'm so happy that people still enjoy this kind of content. Because the moment people are like, hey, competitive, whatever, I want to see Mako get played in the jungle. Then like it's like, then I'm like, well, I'm diffed. I want to see Iggy actually get played in a game. And I'm like, well, I'm diffed.
Hopefully Soul Leave can help. I know right now they're really focusing on getting those console and getting a global launch, so hopefully that'll be something that they can help with.
When the game fully releases, it could change everything. Like
that's true.
If we're lucky, like Matt, like I think the first closed beta test had 30,000 players. If we get like 15,000 players, it would be great. It'd change most of the streamers. It'd change your side of the competitive scene. It changed the game. I could stop stacking up against Mad Focus in my quick play games.
Solo lane.
But like that's what I'm aiming for. I was in Cordy's chat the other day. I was having a really bad day at work, and I was like, I'm looking for any reason to quit right now. And then Cordy's like, when if you really want to go that hard on it, then maybe wait for the game to full release. And it is a good point. That's when it's going to be it's the hottest. That's when you're going to get noticed the most, more traffic and stuff. And because we had that party night on Saturday. Everybody knows in the community we're pretty like comfortable with all the other content creators in this game. We'll all support each other, we'll all back each other up. So I'm hoping I am coping a little bit, but I'd love it.
Yeah, me too, man.
Dude.
Yeah.
I'd be so like, okay, so be honest here, boys, because I do got a little bit of a question for you. I'm gonna roll some off kilter here. Wait, I want Cordy to go first. What would it take, like not specifying, but like what would you want out of full release that would be like, okay, I can go full time? Like now's the time to just like, we're all in. The beard, it's grown out. The hair, it's fresh. The lighting, it's there. What do we do?
Gone. We're good.
Dude, yeah, exactly. Like, what would it be that like would signal you like I'm going full time on Paragon?
What am I looking for to make that change to going full?
Yeah,
it's gotta be the numbers.
Gotta be the numbers.
Numbers, yeah. Like now on YouTube, every video that I put out is maybe like roughly around 1,000. That needs to probably be like 5,000, 3 to 5,000 every video. Twitch needs to be like maybe 100 plus, 200 plus to try to make it go full time. Just like what I'm doing now and kind of like how much revenue I am getting. just kind of make that like rough estimate. But yeah, it's just numbers.
Yeah,
just checking them. But you would if you could, right? If the numbers
Of
were
course.
like looking right, you're like, boys, we're here.
I've been streaming for like 5 years. I mean, I'm not. I enjoy playing video games, and I enjoy meeting people. Like met you guys and met people in the chat, and you know, like building this kind of bonds and playing other different video games with other people. Like I do enjoy doing that, but I can't do that if we're not making any kind of money, right?
Exactly.
I would love to do. I would love to make it full time. Turn a hobby into a job. Or
what about you, Wolfie? What would need to be like the light? Like, what would it just be the numbers, or would it be like one day somebody like comes in, they give you 100 subs, and they're like, you have a month? Like, would you take that shot?
Well,
100 months.
like
100 subs is what you think it is.
Oh no, I know. Oh, I know.
That's the issue. It's like the issue is the game is so small. So for me to go full time, the game has to blow up, and then hopefully I go with that. Hopefully, right? If I'm like, I don't need the validation. Like, I don't need to feel like the most important guy, you know, like, or the biggest streamer on the platform for the game. That's not what I really care for. I care about like the people. The community's great. I think the reason I stream is for the power fix of people running their mouth and me banning them. Other than that, I do feel fulfilled from streaming. When I'm at work, I'm paying the bills, but when I'm streaming, I feel like I have like a sense of accomplishment I'm working towards. So that whole like motivation aspect is fine. But it's like, you know, for me to go to my girlfriend and say, hey, I can't go grocery shopping this next month because, you know, I don't have the money for the bills or something. It's like, that's the issue. So it honestly does come down to the numbers. But like the motivation that drives there, like my resolution for last year was to go full time, and I had like about 600 followers, started streaming more consistency. I started waking up at like 6 o'clock to start streaming, and we went from like 600 to about almost 1300. So it is a big jump. But it's not nearly enough. It's also not as consistent too. Like, and that's what I need to find. I need to find a formula that gives me the consistency and the exposure. Because, like, you know, when the first PlayStation beta came, I got a massive spike of followers, subs, and stuff like that because the game is increasing. The second one, you know, not so much. I have some new people showing up and asking questions, but it's not like I went from like, I think like 800 to 1200 from the first one. Now I'm at about 1300. We went from 1200 to almost 1300. So like, I would love to do it. I'd say like my resolution is to go full time again, try it again, maybe go a little bit harder. I'm posting on YouTube. I'm posting on TikTok this time around.
That's the resolution. Really that's got to be the resolution. Is putting videos
like
up.
the TikToks and YouTube stuff.
Yeah, being consistent with that. So I have to learn how to make content outside of funny moments and hype moments. Kind of like when I watch Cordy. Like Cordy comes up with the videos, right? He comes out with guides. He comes up with like some of the games are like crazy games or funny games or whatever. Like we saw, like we did the custom game. Like that was great. The one before that was a game on Gadget. The game of, I think you just put out a Faye video. Like you're coming up with this stuff. I need to find a way to break into that. But other than that, I'd say my other resolution is like start taking better care of myself. I'm like falling apart. My left eye, I have astigmatism. It's a keratoconus.
Hey, I'm also blind. I'm blind in my right eye because the astigmatism.
Dude, I'm telling you, today I was in Soulene and I'm looking over to my left, and I saw a blob approach me, and I'm like, that's the enemy Boris. I started freaking out, and then I ulted him back with Sev, and I found out it was my team's Grux, and I was like, whoa, I was completely off, and so I gotta go to the doctor to get my eyes checked.
Oh shit!
I got plantar fasciitis. You guys know what that is?
Something with your feet, right?
You like walk like a fucking clown. Like you have flat feet. So like if I go to work for more than 7 hours,
that shit hurts.
I collapse. Oh my god, it feels like I'm walking on sandpaper.
Bro, I'm not laughing at your condition. I'm laughing. You were like, I walk like a clown, and I just imagine you standing up. It's just like,
dude, I told my what's it called? My girlfriend's mom. She's like, hey, how you doing? I was like, I'm falling apart. I come home, I have a 30-minute like routine just to get my feet back to normal so that I can walk. Like I gotta start taking better care of myself personally. Like I started taking up some doctors. I haven't gotten to a dentist in a couple of years. I haven't done like general checkups in a couple of years. I feel like every other month there's something aching or breaking. So I don't know. I think that's the other one, to start paying attention to like my body and what it needs, instead of just like, no doctor's appointment. I have to stream. I don't care that I can't see. I have to stream. Like I think I gotta start taking better care of myself for that. But that's it for the resolution.
So I know I asked you guys, I was like, all right, guys, full time, we'll take to pull the trigger. Cordy, dude, exactly like he is in the duo lane. Don't take my CS. I'm doing math. I need the gold. and like Wolfie, like same with you. I think I don't have there's no way really to go full time on my side, if that makes sense.
There is.
Industry personally.
Well, no, not even that. Like, if they pay you to run the tournament, which they should,
which they should, but it needs to get to that level, which they need to realize that themselves.
Yeah, and I will say I have been in a couple meetings with some of the guys, and these once I got in the door and I was like in the room, I have never been more nervous in my life. Wolfie, I stopped into you before the meeting, and guys, we make jokes like, oh yeah, you're good at talking off rip. I went, changed my shirt and put on a flannel and a tie, and I was literally just I looked like this in the thing. My hands were shaking, bro. Because I was terrified, bro. I was like, dude, don't let the squat down, man. And I agree, and that's kind of like a goal for me, but I don't want to let it become if it makes sense, Cody, a goal, because I would love to work for Soul Leave. Yeah. Being able to talk to them now more directly and talk to some of the business people, I'm I can consciously and very comfortably be like, you guys are actually really cool.
They do, yeah, they do seem pretty cool.
You guys are super. I had to go get a beer with John and Ranger. We could go hang out, dude. You guys are super cool. Even the business side people, they're yeah, sorry this took so long, and I'm don't worry, it's all good. And they're yeah, so we can feasibly do this and this, but do you want us to grab you this or this or this? And I'm yeah, that would be great. And they're okay, cool. What do you need? I'm you guys are amazing and super helpful.
They gotta know competitiveness. Tournaments drive MOBAs. League of Legends wouldn't be as big as it was if it wasn't for tournaments. Smite wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for their tournament push. It gives reason for people to play. It gives reason for those pro players to play the game and stream the game. And those people that are watching those pro players play the game learn the game, so they have more fun in the game. It trickles down. So competitive is massive when it comes to MOBAs, and there wouldn't be a MOBA if there wasn't competitive scene. So I'm sure they know that. They'll make a push to grow that.
Their issue isn't marketing. They're not focusing on marketing right now. So once they do the marketing focus, that's when they'll start paying attention to statistics and player bases and numbers and stuff like that. I think they're maintaining them. I think that's the goal, is to maintain what they have. But and then be ready for when they start marketing, because that's when that's going to grow. That's when they're going to have the server issues and stuff, the technical issues. So, and then here you come on the OPL and you start streaming to 200 people. They're going to see now you have 600 people, and they're going to be okay, so there's clearly a demand for this. And is there a way we can implement this to help with the marketing, or maybe help with the player retention?
Yeah,
I think they are full send, ready, aiming for the full release for sure.
Yeah. If I could full time, I am comfortable saying if I could full time run Overpowered Esports, I would. Oh wait, my bad. If I could full time run Overpowered Esport.
Get it right.
I would diffed by it.
By the S,
damn it. Dude, by the S is so sad.
Every time. I know it hurts you every time.
Dude, I'm guys, welcome to Overpower Esports. And then I freeze frame, and then my soul leaves my body and weeps. But if I could full time be a content creator or the organizer for the OPL, it would I'd be living the dream. If I'd be living the dream, because I did used to have kind of the dreams of being did I tell you guys about the platinum creations?
No.
Did I tell Cordy? Have I mentioned the
I don't
Platinum
think
Creations?
so. No.
Okay, so when original Paragon first came out, me and my friends, Be Better, Jenny, us were playing, and we like played every day. And I had the dream, bro. Like I was like Ash Ketchum, but black in 6'2". I was like, dude, I'm gonna be the best there ever was. Everyone else's gift. I'm the best. I'm the GOAT. And like when Paragon got shut down, I'm so sad because like my dream went with it, right? Because I was like, I'm going to be a professional Paragon player. That's going to be the thing. But like I'm past that point because I feel like I'm too old. It feels like B Cert probably has something to say about this, but I feel like I'm at an age now where my reflexes aren't what they used to be. Like
I'm only getting better, baby.
Oh, that's insane.
I'm dipping everybody, dude.
The fossil is talking shit. I'm kidding, bro. I'm kidding. I love you and I respect you.
His birthday's coming up soon. Don't be nice.
but like I'm past that point. Like I'm like old, bro. I'm like 24 now, man. Like it's over. And
that's hilarious coming from you.
I'll tell you,
you're old when you can't see out of your left eye, your foot hurts, and you have to come home. Like I tell you, I come home, my girlfriend. Tell me, this is what blows my mind. My girlfriend, how do you keep the romantic interest in your relationship when you come home and you're like, babe, I love you. It's so good to see you. Where's my foot cream? You know what I mean? like
that is pretty old, man. That is pretty old.
I need to tell you when your foot cream old, you run your mouth. But for now, you're good. Cream? Where's my foot cream? Start the bubble bath, please.
That's going at the beginning of the podcast.
That's yep. There's our clip.
100%, bro. And you said, "How do you love me?" When the first thing you hear when I come home is, "Babe, where's my foot cream?"
Yeah, man.
Oh my!
It's rough. So don't talk to me about old. You're fine. You're like a baby.
I take it back, bro. Never fucking mind, bro. That's love, bro. That's insane. But yeah, so like I where's my fucking
That's crazy, man.
And then you look over and you're like, hey, do I look sexy for you?
Right.
Yeah, bro. It's rough.
She's like, it's Wednesday. Are we gonna? You're like, I don't know. I don't know if I have the heel support right now. Okay, wait. So me and my boys, we were like, we're gonna form a team and we're gonna call ourselves, oh shit, the Platinum Creations, like because we were created,
so edgy, bro.
Born in it was, bro. I'm like, because we were born molded by the Plat lobbies, and thus for we were created by the players in Plat. We are the Platinum Creations.
Oh my
bro.
God, that is so cringe.
It was, bro. It is. And if anyone clips it, I swear I'll quit.
That's a new team name. Whoever makes a new Paragon OP
please
team name.
No, I won't let you play. Like I will be like, yeah, guys, and it's the new team PC. What's that stand for? Fuck if I know. So moving on. But like. So like with the like OPL and stuff now, if I could like refine that dream, but as an organizer and give people like Blub, who are basically fetuses, the dude is so fucking young, it scares me. And like other like people who like, I want to be a pro Paragon player and give them a place they could aim. Like I think my soul would leave my body and retire if in 10 years from now, I said to somebody, do you have the checks to pay out royalty at the end of this month? That'd be it. Me from current day would just be like, and like my soul would leave and they'd put me in the casket, bro. It'd be
it's not so far fetched. I can picture you guys in the caster booth and you're like run royalty their checks, bro. And then Cordy's bringing down the statistics, writing up his little fucking skill tree or like his spreadsheet of trees. And then, like maybe the camera pans to left. I'm just shooting t-shirts. Like it's really not that far fetched.
It isn't, man. I grew with Smite, right? I played Smite when it was in its like beta stages, and like knowing the content creators that played Smite and they were able to get a chance to get into the booth and meet people, and like they had the big tournaments and they just kind of went on, and there's constantly new casters coming in because those old casters are going on to better things. We had casters who would cast Smite and they moved on to like Fortnite, they moved on to like Rocket League and things like that. So it's, you got to start somewhere, and like we're in the beginning of the game, so it's really just, hopefully it's a lot of copium as if OP can get to those stages, man, to get a big retention.
Can I say something though, like about that? Is I feel like because a lot of it's like compared to Smite a lot of times, but like I feel like if this makes sense, Paragon the Overprime has a harder road than Smite does. Not just because like things like Smite and League are already well established, they have huge fan bases, you know what you're getting out of them, right? Like it is what it is, but also because it does like, and we don't bring them up often, but it does have a direct competitor, right? Because like Paragon has one fan base, but it's one already smaller fan base is split down the middle on some stuff, right?
And Pred fanboys.
Here's my thing about like OP compared to Dota, League, and Smite. So those games they've been around for a very long time. They're outdated. If you're a brand new player rising up, you want to learn MOBAs, you want to play MOBAs, just whatever it is, it entices you to play MOBAs. Going to League of Legends is going to be impossible. There's so much of a learning curve. Going to Smite
it is so much.
Smite has now got to that point where it's such a big learning curve that it's not really fun, especially if you want to be maybe a pro player. In those kind of games, you're not. It's going to be really hard for you to get to the door on those kind of games. And OP it's a newer aged MOBA. It's faster paced than these others. It caters to the kind of shooting MOBA esque
Twitch shooter.
Yeah. So it kind of caters to that, and it is the best time to get into a MOBA is the earliest part of the MOBA, and that's kind of where OP is at. So I feel like people who play Smite, like me, I'm a great example. I got bored of playing Smite. I played Smite for 10 years. I got bored of playing Smite. If I wanted to go, and that's the reason why I don't play Pred, is if I wanted to play a slow-paced MOBA, I'd just stick with Smite. There's more content in that game. But
true.
That's why it's just like, I think OP can be good. It's just, it needs to be marketing. We need to have a community that is fucking welcoming and tries to educate the new players, and we need like the pro scene to be successful so those new players can see how pro players play the game, how they should be playing the game, so they have fun playing the game.
Yeah.
But I think OP would be good.
Our job is the community. As partners, it's our job to do the community, like whether it's telling people why, correcting people in a way that kind of enlightens them to why they should be a part of Overprime or what the differences are. Like I have people saying, oh, why not play Pred? Well, this is Pred. And I was like, I don't like Pred because it's too slow. Paragon got diffed by Fortnite skins in a battle pass, so they're trying to recreate that in 2020. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm good. Please continue.
They got diffed by the battle pass, and they're trying to recreate that called Predecessor now. Like it shouldn't hold up in 2024. So this is Paragon trying to make it different. Like, and I was trying to like explain it to them why I didn't like it, but not in a way that would completely like dismantle Pred. Like you got to keep that image of like having a good community. And then anybody else that runs their mouth, you ban him, and end of story.
Yeah.
And that's our jobs, is to be there for that.
Yeah, man. I do want to like be that positive image stuff. Except behind closed doors. In those chats, no one needs to know. But I do like when we're on camera and stuff. Like I'll be like with you or like Cordy or like ones or X, Y, and Z, and I'll like recite my like mantra to myself. I'll be like, dude, what would Cordy do? WWCD. What would Cordy do in this moment? And he'd look up. He'd type in the chat, "Hey, bud, maybe try to build chainsaw. We're going up against 4 tanks. You'll need it. Good luck and stay overpowered." But then in reality and practice, I actually used my catchphrase as a death warrant to somebody. It was insane, man. It was insane. I was like, we were being positive. I think I was playing with like Wolfie, or maybe like I think I was playing with Wolfie Cordy, and we're like playing and whatever, and somebody in the chat, and whenever this happens, my heart flutters, bro. Like I literally feel like, okay, it is working, it's making a difference. I'll tap in and like somebody was like, ego? Like caster ego? And I'm like, yeah, gamer. Stay overpowered. Much love. Think, heart emoji.
And sparkle.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, yeah, dude, we're making a difference. And oh god, this is so fucked up, dude. And I was in the chat with Wolfie. I don't know if he got the clip, and I hope he doesn't, because Yosef would not let me live it down if he gets his hands on it, bro. We were playing, and I was invading the jungle, and I should not have been. It was a mistake that I made, and the guy who recognized me was Steel, right? And so I'm running away on sub 200 HP, and he throws his ult down at half HP into all 5 of the enemy team. And option A, I turned around and fought with him. Option B, I played the space and threw CC to help him get out. Option C, I hit him with the Take Lives Matter corny. Bro, I kept running and he wasn't in the chat. And I said, thanks, King. Stay overpowered. And then I blinked away. Oh my God, bro.
That poor you guys, like, wow, dude, I get to play with Ego? I
No,
get
he
to be a
likes it.
part of it?
Yeah.
It's just like,
It
They
was
like it, man.
vile.
They like it. They like it.
that's funny.
Bro, I hit him with the take my portal, except there was no portal. It was insane.
You should send your Chimera in there tonight. You got this. Go overpower. Go, go. I think Chimera's like, I got stacks, Dad. Let's go.
I'm going in, Ego.
Bro, we're in there. I'm like, you're so overpowered. And I'm like sprint moding away, hauling ass on hinge, just the other direction.
Poor bastard, bro.
Oh my
He's
God,
screwed.
bro.
He doesn't even know it yet.
I've never been more grateful though. Like in that moment where he ulted into literally at 26 minutes a Shinbi Moragash twin blast rampage.
He's not leaving. He's not leaving. He's not.
Bro, he saved you though.
Bro, he saved my life, bro. And I was like, my king. Stay overpowered, and my blink came online, and I blink whipped away, bro. Oh my God, this shit was awful, bro.
I do this. I do something similar. Like whenever I'm weak and I'm dying and I'm running away from somebody, I just start plugging my Twitch and just like Twitch.tv, Michael. Twitch.tv, and I just run away as the people scream, trying to bloody murder, trying to kill me.
Dude, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But yeah. So speaking a little of the Paragon, how's the games been? What do we now that the karmas are gone? Because when we last talked, it was the karmas were there. How's the game now?
What about you, Ego? I'll let you go.
Nah. You're cooking first. You're in the kitchen.
I would like to say that we were when the karmas got taken out the day after the podcast, which was the day of the patch. Wink, wink. Coincidence. I would like to be like, yeah, dude, the devs really listened to us, outplayed, got the karmas taken out of the game. But like everybody in the game was on the same page. Get them out. They are terrible. They are broken. They are ruining the game. Get them out. And then I didn't even log on. I was at work and I look in people's Twitch chats. I'm going through and they're like, karma's out, karma's out, karma's gone. They took it out. Oh, they hotfixed the game. And I was just like, I was so happy that there was that fast of a response time. And I think now the game is back to where it was. Like we said before, the game is balanced, and then they introduced something that shatters reality. Now they took that reality out. We're back to somewhat balanced.
Speaking of balance, what do we think about Boris?
Ooh.
Hot take. I think he's fine. I do. I think he's fine. I don't think he's. I think he is strong without being game breaking. I think there's ways to play around him. He still is a melee character, so ranged characters, if they have CC to peel for them or set up, can burst through him because he is building HP. Normally first, he's not going to have the additional protections. So when you do get your pin online, it's going to hurt him significantly more. There's just more HP to go through, but there's items to get around that. There's Merchant's Jewelry Box, there's the Kima Cannon, there's Witch's Vial for the nullification when he does get that stuff online. I feel like he's not broken. He may be a little bit strong, but the game has seen and sustained significantly worse, than Boris.
There's been worse character releases for sure.
Yeah, and then they nerfed him to a degree when they hot patched the game. They did it. Yeah. They changed the coefficient, the percentage of damage he did on his HP by 50%. They knocked half of that damage off. So, do I think he's strong? Yes. Do I think the CC is obnoxious? Yes. But he's a tank engager. It's what he is supposed to do,
I think I kind of agree too. Like he's good, 100%. I don't think he's OP. Today in the past couple of days, I've been playing a lot of Rangers. I'm trying to get Spirit Mastered, and so of course I'm going against a lot of Borises. Once you understand his kit, if you get hit by the knockup, then yeah, it seems very overwhelming. But you can play that space like you were talking about. I was playing Sparrow, so I was able to slow him before he can get that engagement. I have my steroids to kind of get out. We're playing a different Ranger I can TP because you know what they want to do. They want to get close to you and do their triple knockups. Another karma. another item thing that I've been doing is, of course, is Purge. I'm going back to loving Purge more. Whenever he runs at me, immediately Purge, negate all his CC. You still take the damage, but you still negate that CC, and you can continue to keep that space with those other factors, the slow, the sprints, things like that. He is really good, yes, but is he OP and deserves to be like nerfed even harder? Maybe he can use like a slight nerf, but other than that, I don't think he's like super OP.
I do feel like asking for a slight nerf because like he needs the CC to be the character he is, right?
Yeah.
Like he's supposed to get in there. He's supposed to CC lock up your team or like a valuable pick. That is what Boris is supposed to do. That is what his kit is designed to do. I feel like I have a little concern because I love Team Soul Leave. I love you guys. You have a little bit of a reputation of when you are supposed to slightly nerf the damage on something to just eradicating the numbers, man. Like we saw what happened to Grux. We were there last patch when you just like are scrolling and then like, is that Grux? Oh God! Oh,
why did you went to the right out? He was in the cage. They abused him.
I think the worst one they like just pummeled was Grim, man. Grim came out strong, and like day one he got nerfed, and it kept happening. It's like, oh, no one's playing him anymore, and it kept happening.
Dude, yeah, Grim, Marty, fucking Grux. Wait, Seraph, like, and then I do get it. They're warriors; they're not supposed to do that damage, but they like turned their damage from like being a little too high to being significantly below the bar of what they probably should be able to do at some points, especially Grux. That was this close to a war crime. Like, I'm like, every dinosaur should rise up and sign a petition because that was nuts. But I like going back to kind of what I originally said was I do think his damage could be brought in line a little bit if they reduce it by a bit. Outside of that, he's a tank that CCs and you do have options. And maybe I'm talking to the chat a little bit too much here in this direct line I'm about to say, but I feel like people hate to hear this sentence of you do have options. Cordy brings Purge. He's still a melee character, so you just play the space on him. Is he going to be able to close that space? Yeah, but guess what? There's slow items. There's steroids into the game. You have a support. You have other characters who maybe could be preferable in lane in order to the late game, prevent him from being able to just CC drop you, Mako could displace instead of focusing on, getting that poke damage across. You yourself could use your steroid as a defensive strategy instead of an offensive one. You could bring Purge maybe instead of Consolation, or Courage within this game. There are things that you can do to get over him, and this isn't to say that he doesn't need to be brought into line, but as he is now, he's not as terrible as I feel like some people are making him out to be.
I also think too, like whenever he came out first, he was paired with Vitality Surge, so that might have maybe left a negative imprint on people.
GSD there,
yeah. But like I am a backliner main, right? I play a lot of backline, and as going against him, like I don't think he's OP. I think he's fine. Just maybe a slight nerf, but I think he's fine. You got to know what he wants to do. You got to play around it. And like I said, I've been playing a lot of Sparrow. So I'd have my steroid to get more movement speed. I would put the slow in front of him and me when I do my Q to, so he can't get as quickly as me. And then if he does get to me, I know what his combo is going to be. So I can just, pre-purge it and then kind of walk away while having your backline to help you or your team to help you. But he's good. I don't think he's like super broken OP.
There's also spell shields in the game too that can observe some of that CC, right? Like immunity booster for carries. We got Blue Heart that also now gives a damage buff of plus 15%, and it's also a spell shield. I feel like I feel like there's so many options how to get around it, but people like. I feel like Wolfie, I want you to like tell me if you think this is like wrong. I feel like people define if something's broken if they have to take it into account. Like if you have to look at the other team and be like, well, I need to prepare and build accordingly for this, then automatically that thing gets that broken label kind of slammed on it. But we asked for options like Shield Breakers will count for Muriel. But yeah, that's MOBAs. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. I don't think he's busted. Like he is pretty strong. I do think you instead like it's put things in perspective. Seb's Q does 2%. He does 2% based off his health, right? Boris is at like 8 and 4, I think, right? So maybe bring it down to like 3 and 5 or something. But apart from that, there's better options. I'd rather an Adele or a Steel.
I was just
CC
going to say,
lockup.
dude,
I'd rather
Rampage
that.
is crazier.
Yeah, Rampage is
Dude,
better right
Rampage
now.
is nuts, man.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
like, I'd rather a Steel or an Adele lock up 3 people than Boris go after my ADC. And I think the issue is the ADCs get upset when they get CC chained and they can't do anything about it. You know, if you have a Muriel drop 1 shield on the ADC while Boris is on him, he's fine. He'll be out in 2 seconds. Just let the CC chain go off and dash away. I'd say you could increase the cooldown on the E. I think it's a bit spammable, a little bit too much.
That is dumb. I don't like that.
But like I don't know. I don't think he's busted. As far as people like look you he did his combo and you're a 3rd health, and I was like, yeah, because if somebody hits you with your abilities endgame, that's what happens. It just
if somebody hits you with the abilities, then yes, that is what happens.
Like, and in my head, I'm just like, yeah, you can't. It's Boris. You can't play the game for 3 or 4 seconds. But you know, how about like you said, use your abilities defensive. I had Boris running at me like I had a bag of cocaine that he really wanted, and I threw a rev slow at him. He popped his R&B to counterplay me, and I'm just like, okay, I'll blink away. Like, I just got away from him. And once I got away from him, I think somebody else brought a bag of cocaine outside of the jungle. He went after them. It just doesn't make sense why Boris... Are you okay?
No, he's dead. I don't know what you said to kill him, but you killed him, dude.
I don't understand. Like, he's really not that busted. I really don't think he is. In the lane, he can be a little hard to fight. Like, I will say, that E where he dashes through you, it's hard to keep up with. You have to snap your wrist in half to find out where Boris went when he does that. I get that. You know, you can make it so that instead of him going through people, he stops in front of somebody. But, like, I think you change. But also, if you just negate the cooldowns on Boris E, like you bring it up to 5 to 7 seconds instead of 3 seconds or 4 seconds.
Yeah, I don't like that,
dude.
If there was
I just imagine Wolfie talking to somebody 1-on-1, like a carry, and be like, "Bro, I take so much damage when they're on me." And Wolfie's like, "Yes, when someone does approach you and click 6 buttons, your health does go down."
Dude,
I don't know why that just fucking killed me.
I'm playing a game and somebody's 0-6, right?
Shit,
they're 0-6 and they die. They and what's it called? The Iggy just runs at them. And they're like, dude, Iggy's so broken. He just killed me in 5 auto attacks. I'm like, he's got 3 items. You're 0-6. Next question.
What, dude, literally, that's what just killed me. It's like, yes, when people do click 6 buttons on you, you do take damage. That is true. And it's
the issue is the emotion gets inside it, the rage gets tied into it, and they just let themselves like spin and spiral out of control. Whenever that happens to me, I look for a route to find out how to fix it. Right? I do fine against Boris in lane. I really do. If it depends on who I am. Obviously, it's not everybody, but like, again, I'd rather somebody else. I'd rather a Steel. I'd rather an Adele. I'd rather a Rampage.
Rampage is so good.
So real quick, someone actually, and I don't do this often, but I want to like bring something that was said in chat and bring it kind of in and ask it to you guys, because I actually think it's a really good question, and I do have a take on it. Should a late game tank be able to solo a late game carry? Cordy,
one-on-one, I think it should be close. I don't think it should be blown out of the water like it.
It shouldn't go like one side. It shouldn't go one side either way. Like it should be close.
Yeah, it should be close. Yeah, and I do think that like against Boris in most cases, depending on the carry, it can be close. Like if you have full item Sparrow with her steroid going against full items, like, and you do have nullification built, like you do in every game against the Boris, I do think she shreds through him, but she also has that movement steroid to keep the amount of time before you can get on him, extended. She also is going to have life still normally built as a carry. As stronger, you have a silence, so they can't kit dump you as easily. As Murdoch, you have a knockback, so when they do try to close the space, that you're able to get more damage off. I don't think it's a thing that goes one way for sure, either way, But my question, like from that kind of like turn, like let's inverse it, right? Should a tank just be folded every time to a carry late game? They should, because you are building to counter the damage throughout the game, so you should stand a chance against them. Now, whether or not it's really one-sided or not is what like kind of depicts balance, in my opinion. But I don't think that's the case.
In like in a true sense, if there is a way, the tanks should have a slight advantage, right? Because they're going to have CCs, they're going to be countering you. And that's the reason why, like, you shouldn't be in that scenario to begin with. You shouldn't be in a 1v1 scenario. This is why we have supports. This is why we have another frontliner. This is why we have another backliner to help you with damage. So you're not in that scenario. Like, I am a backliner main, and like, I think, you know, the damage should be toned down on the ADCs. I think it's too much.
Yeah, like late game, you catch 4 auto attacks as a non-tank, and you're on the ground.
Yeah, even tanks
over.
themselves, like, they do shred pretty quickly. But
I had a game today where I was playing. There was 2 ADC carries. I was Greystone in the Soul Lane, and I was fighting against a Yin or a Murdoch rather. And I decided, whenever there's 2 ADCs, listen. Anybody in chat, anybody listening to the podcast, if there's 2 ADCs on the team and you are a Soul Laner, every single item on your character is physical defense. I don't care what it is. Every single item. I don't care about the Gideon gonna 7 rock you. 7 rocks is like 40 seconds of damage that it's gonna have to go from that Gideon to you. But you need to just, like, I built full physical, and they were tickling me. They were tickling me, and I was just like, when does the game actually start? When do I feel like I can leave? And maybe because I was Greystone and I have 17 lives, but I felt like I was running rings around these guys, and it's just because I was countering them, and I was like, maybe I was just building the better way or whatever, or they weren't building.
Even in like casuals too, like I talked about it today in chat. In casuals, a lot of people, because we had like 1 solo diver on our team, and I was just talking about it. But in casuals, a lot of people get pinned super late or don't get pinned at all. Yeah. And if you're a tank and you just eat, you're like, okay, I'll run at you.
Yeah, I'll walk you down, bro. Like, if you're not gonna build penetration, this 50 armor, God forbid this is an Earth Spirit game, is about to put you in the dirt. And
oh my God, that's a
happened?
lot. The Earth Spirit with going tanky.
Oh yeah. You're like, oh cool, we have 2 Earth Spirits, but that's plus 12% of the 70 FISD I have built right now. And that's off of maybe 2 items. Like, I didn't go Artificial Gravity Inductor to completely give you the finger. So, you know, like, this is...
the issue is, I think they get upset that they can't have the main character syndrome. When they play tank, you can't kill everybody on the lobby, and when the ADC hurts you a lot, you know, they just like, oh, I don't feel like I'm doing anything for the team. Which I get, you know, tank isn't really that big of an important role, but the second you don't have one, you lose.
Yeah.
So...
yeah, and, you know, there's a balance to be, you know, had there, right? Like mages, you know, you're supposed to do good team setup. You have some good AoE CC that can set up for your damage or for your, you know, carries damage carry. You're supposed to do damage, but later in the day. So yes, you are allowed to get ran down sub level 10, and I don't care if the community yells at me about it. That's how it should be. Tanks tank damage, warriors engage, and assassins don't get picked. Perfectly as it should be.
I will say, as far as like the damage part, I feel like mages need to be doing more damage. Like, so when I'm playing games and I'm the main damaging dealer and my ADC isn't really pulling his weight, I feel like I can't do anything when the tank is just being a tank. I feel like I don't do enough damage because I'm waiting on cooldowns, right? I feel like I don't do enough damage to get that person to have a chance to do anything. Because ADCs like shred tanks, but you don't really get that from mages, I feel.
I kind of disagree. A little bit. I kind of disagree, specifically for mages. So this is excluding Shinbi like Countess. But like, I feel like as a mage, your job. So like, I feel like it's a little bit more of a diverse problem, and you know, tanks tank, warriors engage and tank, carries do damage. Mages do damage and control the battlefield, right? Like, you can look at like the ults comparatively to the carries to the mages, right? And they are completely separate, because what I feel like the kits and characters are supposed to do is supposed to be separate. Like, you're supposed to have that reliance on your carry to be the one who just carries the damage load for your team. But you, as like a Gideon, your ult has CC, you have another 2 that has CC. Faye, big CC thing, but you also have a movement steroid within your kit. Grim, is he categorized as a major or carry? I don't know.
He's a caster, yeah.
He's categorized as a caster. He doesn't have as much CC, but he does have a little bit of displacement. He has a slow attached to his auto attacks. which brings him a little bit closer to a carry. But if you even like look at Gadget, for example, another movement steroid buff for your team, but also your ult does damage, but it also slows by 80%, right? And so I feel like your job as a carry, like for me personally, the time to kill isn't like too short or too long right now, except for on tanks. Jesus Christ! But
That's the thing.
You
don't do
I feel
damage
like you're
to the tanks.
supposed to. Yeah, to tanks you don't do damage, but that's like their primary role. That's the only thing they do. Like if you like drop a rock on like Fang Mao, assuming he doesn't spell shield you, or another warrior like a Wukong or something, if their health bar doesn't change, then you have a problem. But I feel like warriors and mages are in that like intermediate space where they're like multitasking a little bit, and carries and tanks are that outlier where they're supposed to only do that one thing, but really well. If that does that make sense? Did I just ramble?
So you get in this MOBA, in this particular game, as a caster, I am not a damage dealer. I am there to kind of support my team and hope that my range damage dealer, my ADC, can build correctly and shred them. Because I played the Gideon before we got into the podcast. Oh, you guys watched it, or you guys were saying I felt like I just wasn't doing a lot of damage. To the backliners, one shot, two shot the backliners, that's easy.
Yeah,
but
that's what pretty much you're supposed to do.
But that's in a like casual. That's like in a casual experience or casual game. Like in a legit game, your tanks are going to be focusing the backliners, so focusing the mage and the ranger, the divers, the tanks. And for those, like I can't really peel, but I don't know. Maybe it's because of Smite. And Smite, the casters, the mages, they do crazy amounts of damage in that when it comes to late game. They help shred. They help the ranger shred the tank that is helping. This one, I'm like, I leave my ADC alone and I go kill their backline with my 2 combo. I just feel like I don't do damage to a mage like a ADC does damage to, or I don't do damage as a mage to a tank as an ADC does damage to a tank. I don't know.
That makes sense, but like at the same time, I would expect my caster to interrupt somebody from doing what they want. Like I'd expect them to combo the enemy ADC to keep my tank alive. Like pretty much the way that I would look at a caster is somebody who sets up for team fights. Like I was yelling at Ego today because he's one of those guys who takes Yin to mid lane when there's already a Murdoch there, veteran. Fuck you. Both of these guys are both in mid lane, and I'm like, go, my mid lane casters, give me an AoE ult that I can use something to work with. And then I just see Ego swinging up through the city, and Murdoch on his knee shooting missiles, and I'm just like, there's nothing for me to work with, right? But the idea, what I wanted them to do was to disrupt the damage dealers from doing what they want to do with the damage, right? Like if you rock a Twin Blast, he gets scared enough to the point where he won't push up, and then when my tank goes on him, he's out of the game.
Well, Wolfie, you can hate it. It doesn't mean my yin mid doesn't smoke everyone's pack.
Okay.
All right. You can hate it. Hasn't lost yet. I'm just throwing that out there.
My God.
Still, we're almost mastery. Yin mid still ain't taking an L. Just throwing that out there.
I don't think they're supposed to necessarily shred tanks. I feel like they're supposed to just, like Vigo said, control the game.
They're definitely not on the same page as ADCs shredding tanks. Can we agree?
That is agreed. Yeah.
Okay. So if we if we think ADCs are strong, right? Can we agree?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But if you nerf ADCs, then you have to nerf tanks. Because it's already a tank meta and they're not.
They'll be insane. Or we buff mages.
I think you buff mages.
Or we're ignoring the other one. We buff assassins. The ones
assassins shouldn't shred tanks, though.
No, but assassins are the ones who are supposed to keep ADCs in control, but they're all shit.
So you want
Is the
to
problem.
keep ADC damage the way it is, but buff assassins so they can take them out.
Instead of nerfing ADCs 30%, nerf them 10%, and then give assassins 20 so they can do their job.
Yeah.
It's literally what they're supposed to do. I have said this. We're back to 0 days without ego talking about assassins being shit.
It's been
Change it
already
over. 0.
Dude, it is supposed to kill somebody. That is what you do. That is your prerogative. It is your job. You can open up your application for the position and it says remove the mage or remove the ADC. That is what you do. But because assassins are shit, that's not an option. So now we have to just be like, well, ADCs need a hard nerf because all the assassins in the game are either unplayable in the jungle, like literally 50% of them are. You can't play Shinbi or Countess in the jungle.
Yeah,
it's
too slow.
impossible to do. Like you want your tanks not to be getting shredded? Cool. Send the Countess. Don't play Countess. Real quick, PDR, do not play Countess, guys. The character's awful.
Build for degree first item, it fixes your problems. Trust me.
Yeah,
Trust me. No,
he's a solo main. Don't
like,
trust him.
Yeah, don't trust him. He's a solo player. But actually, like for the gamers in the back, please rise up, unnerf assassins. Like that is what they're supposed to do. And the dichotomy of it is so different. We can take it back to what you talked about, Cordy, where mages do a lot of damage within the late game on Smite. You know who does more damage at the late game in Smite? Daji, Hun Bats, any assassin. But the thing is, their damage a lot of the time, kind of because Smite does have a good dichotomy between like basic attack assassins like Ravana, for example, or other assassins like, Daji, who are a little bit more ability oriented, is that their damage is normally tied to something they can't do frequently. So what your job is supposed to be is to use those cooldowns, and you put that Sparrow, that Drongo in the dirt. But they're bad right now. So
yeah, they are bad. But I think for assassins, it could also benefit them from like I'm a carry main, right? You guys agree? Yeah. I'm a carry main. Like I think to buff assassins, you could also damage ADC or damage nerf the ADC, so they can actually have time to go do something and get an ability off. Because if I'm late game ADC, and you dash at me or you try to get close to me, and you get stunned, you're dead. You can't do anything. So it gives them if they nerf the ADCs late game, gives them a little bit of a chance to get those abilities off to maybe take them out or get them low enough to where they have to back, or your tank can go in and finish them off or something like that.
I think the safe route, because if you nerf ADCs, you got to nerf tanks, and that's just like another 6 months of the game being broken. So
I think nerf them a lot though.
The first route I'd say was to be buff mages to do more damage to tanks.
Yes.
Because
we'll do anything to keep assassins down.
If you want to buff assassins, that's fine, but the assassins have to either be end game assassins or early game or early game. Right now, it doesn't feel like they're anything.
Well,
I mean, it depends on who we're talking about, because Countess is end game. But
could we say this? If sprint mode is gone, you think assassins would be good? They won't get invaded so hard.
I think if sprint mode is gone, assassins still aren't as good because the assassins in this game, with the exception of one, don't have very good mobility. And yeah, so Shinbi, great if they're gone. Countess, Kalari, Xena probably gets better, but still 50+% of the assassins are still
Kalari has movement speed. She gets movement speed.
She has a way to get on you. She does not have a way to get off of you. And if you are all in it,
you go and you kill somebody, then maybe you live. I feel like that's their identity.
Right. That's the job of an assassin. You go in, you kill, or you die.
You're not supposed to get out. Die. Yeah, that's true. Now you just die.
Now when they go in, maybe they kill somebody. Probably not. But I don't know.
It is enough that we did see another Sephiroth buff before we got like a Countess buff. That is enough.
S stands for S+. He needs to go up on the list. Move him up.
Yeah, he is nuts. And we're complaining about Boris.
Yeah. Like the thing is, like, Boris isn't even a top pick.
I know.
Severog and Rampage.
Yeah, Severogs are. Yeah,
Why are people banning Boris? Is it Boris support? I don't know. It's not me. I'm not seeing Boris support run rampant. Is it Boris jungle? Maybe. I don't know. I've seen Seb's perma banned.
Yeah, Seven
This is
Rampage.
fact.
Have we seen how many LPL matches have we had? Season 2.
We've had one.
One,
We
right?
have
One
another.
recasted?
We have one. Yeah.
Okay.
We have another one tomorrow.
And Boris got through twice. Rampage and Seven were banned.
Yeah. Both times, Rampage and Sev, which is like, nope.
Immediately.
No, thank you. Yeah, like Boris got through once, did put on a good performance.
You did.
He got left open the second game, and no one took him.
Wait,
They
didn't pick him?
no,
No,
game
they
2,
did.
they didn't pick him up. 1 minute, I actually have a
Because I remember
stat sheet here.
Tri-Edge didn't pick him up. They went something else.
No,
He let him
Cranky
through.
picked him up. Cranky picked him up and lost.
Yeah.
So just
But Severog and Rampage were insta-banned.
yeah. Severug and Rampage are just full-time bans right now.
Yeah.
They are. I don't think it is a stretch to say they are the strongest characters in the game.
I think Rampage
Like-
is the best.
Yeah.
I'd say he's the easy. I think that's why he's the best. It's because he's
Fuck, it's backwards.
Buff as
God
ass.
Damn.
No, we saw it.
Is there an eye in there?
Shit.
Buff
There
ass
wasn't
ass?
an eye. Buff ass.
You run the league.
Buff
You have to
ass
learn how to
ass.
spell.
We're
You have
buffing
to learn
ass
how to
ass.
spell.
Okay, buddy.
You imagine you call duality dual titty or something? You
Dual
can't
titty.
do that.
I
dude.
didn't think about it. I was in the middle of doing
Buff
assignment. I
ass
left out
ass.
a hand room. Oh my god, oh my god. Buff ass. I'm diffed. Oh my god.
So I don't know. People Boris. I don't know. I think it's a skill issue, to be honest.
I agree. I do agree. I played against them twice today, and I didn't feel. If they were a Rampage, I would have been more scared than they were a Boris.
It's
Let's say, but on the topic of tanks, because tanks are really good right now. They are meta.
Yep,
they are really good. We got TEASE, a new tank who I haven't played personally because I stopped playing around that time.
She's coming.
She is coming. So they did tease TERRA. Did you guys play her back then?
Yes, I did.
I played her 5 years ago. In
the original.
In Overprime.
Yeah.
Do you know? I've told you guys how Rocket was making the game. He had TERRA in the game. It was a short stint. It was almost like 3 or 4 months, and it was just the original Paragon kit. She was a lot of fun to play. I imagine she'll be different, but I forgot what her role is. She does a lot of CC.
She's got to be a
She's
tank.
she's a tank who, when she activated her ult, you dealt damage to her, and it went to her mana bar instead of her health bar. And also,
wait, you're talking about Zinx?
No, Zinx. Yeah, but she also she becomes CC immune. She also becomes CC immune.
So I got it on right now. This is
can't
the
do
old
it.
Paragon.
Okay, yeah, let's see.
So her kit was she can block a damage ability, any damaging ability. She has a overhead smack. It swings once, and then the last hit is gonna hit on top. The ultimate is she has an AoE stun.
Yeah,
So definitely command AoE stun. Yeah, tank with CC, with CC is always good, right? Greystone's I think is the only one that doesn't have CC. And she has an overhead smack. Her ultimate is she becomes invulnerable, CC immune for I guess however long, and she could just like run at people without taking any kind of CC.
She's swinging oddly fast.
No, yes, she used to be able to chunk some good out. She's kind of like modern day Kwong though, to where I don't think you could increase the attack speed of it. But it was like a 3-piece chain that she could swing into.
I know that like her abilities almost look like they chain into a basic attack, but
yeah.
That's what it looks like.
She can also absorb tower shots with that ability. That's what it was.
Oh well, they already gave that to Greystone. We'll give it to him again.
Yeah.
Just send TERRA and Greystone at inhibs.
It's the next time she takes damage that it just gets negated. Basically, she just turns it off.
And then the ultimate, she's just CC immune. She can. It's cool. She closes her shield and she just runs at you. Doesn't give a fuck about your CC.
We're complaining about Boris. You can't stun Boris. You can't stun that. That's a train. You're gonna stun a freight train running at you? There's no way.
Here's the thing.
I'll say I don't know if they're gonna keep it the same, but if they do, I think she's gonna be really, really good.
I do think we do have good anti-CC options now. I don't know what more they could possibly add into the game, but if you add another tank that can dive you and just stun your backline, maybe we add like Purge 2. Like, like so you can
Give
bring
it a lower
2 of them in.
cooldown.
Yeah, give her a lower cooldown. Like, you have to somehow buff the anti-CC options, because if you have like Rockman, Rampage, Root Yusev, TERRA running you down onto the backline, and Boris, you should probably have additional options for anti-CC, or maybe something that gives you a little bit more value out of being CC'd.
This is my kind of character, dude. You press one button and you run into a Gideon ult. I would love to do that.
Yeah. So you never played her, Wolfie?
I played her back back when she was in the like early stages of Paragon, but when I think she didn't have the damage block ability, and I don't believe she had what's it called? I think she had the ult. I think that was like one of the only things that stayed was the unCCable ult. But I think she had like an ability where she buffs people's defenses around them. She pops the ability around her teammates. I think their defenses go up.
Wait, so they changed her?
Yeah, they tweaked her back.
Okay.
Tweaked her a little bit. Because he was like experimenting with characters and stuff. He didn't want to just do a carbon copy.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, I'm sorry. You're talking about Paragon the Overprime.
Yes.
Oh, not this Paragon.
No. I'm sorry, my mistake.
So you never played this version of her?
No, I did not. Back when OG Paragon was out, I played Chimera and Chimera only, and I would lock in jungle, but I didn't know it existed, so I just naturally followed the solo laner. And me and Greystone were over there, and I'd just get BM'd and we'd won the lane. Make no mistake, we'd win the lane, but Greystone would just be like, "Why are you here? There's a red buff right over there. Go get it." And I would never do it. I didn't know how to play MOBAs back then.
Yeah,
so,
I would like to maybe see her kind of be a little more like an Ares type, like someone who like makes it people around her a little bit. For people who don't know, like Ares from Smite, what he does is he basically amplifies the auras he has equipped to himself and applies them like people around him. Like, I would like it like if she increased the defenses of people around her to make them more tanky. I would be interested to see what their design philosophy would be, possibly around a tank without a bunch of stacking CC, and I think that could be a really good route for it.
I would love Ares in this game. I love his chains that he can make somebody not leave or like cripple them or something. I would love that. We have a version of cripples in this game, but like something that you can reapply consistently so that they have to fight you or they have to leave.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. People love TERRA.
Oh, dude, yeah.
She was She was easy to play. It's something so satisfying about running at anybody who you want.
Yeah. I think if they keep her same kit, man, she's gonna be pretty strong. A tank who doesn't get CC'd and can provide an AoE CC. I don't know. It seems pretty strong.
It'd be fun. I'm excited to see her. I don't think she's. I'm curious to see if like she'll be good in the jungle. I don't see this character being good in the jungle whatsoever. I mean, because she was CC heavy, but she did no damage.
Yeah, so she only has like one damaging ability, is what it seems like.
Yeah, I think it's a swipe or something. It did almost nothing.
God, I'm seeing the cards at the bottom right, and my nostalgia is going nuts, man. Dude, I loved the card system. Oh my god, I loved the art from the card system.
But she seems like even blocking, like even able to block CC, like the blocking the Rampage CC, the Rock. Well, like she does seem like a really good tank.
Blocking, Blocking, she's getting to your back line and you're not stopping it. Like it's happening.
Yeah.
And then there's Amy Stun.
I'd use an ability to save my ADC, and then when they say thank you, I'd be like, "Don't thank me. That's 5 gifted subs at Twitch.tv." I'm like,
hey, you go in, you block the CC, you provide the CC, you get low enough, and you give them CC with Shockwave Generator.
Yeah.
Never mind. Take some CC away. Get it
away.
away.
My god,
dude, that's more CC. That's more C's than the thick in her thighs, bro. This shit's nuts. Like, TERRA was also one of those characters that, like, the community simped over, bro. They're like, mom it? I
think that's the thing, because people love her.
Dude, they love this character. I'm excited that she's coming this month.
Yeah. I'm curious what they're going to do with Zinx.
I'm really more excited that we only have 2 original characters left, and then it's just Paragon the Overprime.
That is true,
yeah. January's going to be huge, man. I'm pretty sure they're getting passives this next patch.
Yeah, is it this next patch or is it the one after?
Well, the one after is going to be TERRA release.
Yeah.
And
They're not going to do that with passives. No, yeah, it's got to be this upcoming, right?
yeah, and Jon
they-
Snow himself said early January, which
Oh
is
yeah, then it's in like 10 days. Then.
Its passes come out, bro. I have a tournament in like 10 days, bro. Like, pause.
no, yeah,
we
no,
don't-
passes might be coming out. The early Christmas skins are going away in like in next week actually. The Christmas skins go away next week, which I think is going to be the passive patch.
Really? Next week?
Next week, yeah.
Bro, wait, pause, bro.
'cause
Imagine Stars, Grace, and Generator on this character.
Yeah, dude.
Mm.
But the early skins, like the early Christmas skins, go away in 6 days, which is gonna be Thursday. That's when they usually do their patch. And then the Mako skin that just came out goes away on the 25th in 20 days on Thursday. So that's when the second patch is gonna be. This is when TERRA is gonna be because it's always at the end of the month. So I'm pretty sure January 11th we're getting passives.
Ooh.
All 40.
Bro, like, oh,
That's gonna be
bro,
huge.
Please don't shatter the game.
jumping Kalari, please.
I'm curious what they're gonna do with some passives. Like Sev's health stacking passive was his passive, but now it's his Q passive. So what's his passive gonna be? I think there's a
They're
couple
gonna
other
shift it
characters like
over
that.
because you can get wrecked and you don't need any more help, Sev.
I do. He's finally good in solo. I've been on that train before they buffed him. Thank you. I'm worried about the passives. I'm worried they're gonna shatter reality, but if they are passives, they shouldn't really do too much.
I mean,
Are you
Rampage
familiar
passive.
with the old passives?
Rampage passive, dude.
I am, but like if the items dip into the passives as well, that's where you're gonna have some issues because the items are very strong. Like whenever there's a big balance change, it's usually the items going. Like Grim was strong, right? But if the items weren't as strong, Grim wouldn't be strong. So how about you can treat the items instead of buffing. I always said like whenever it came to like one character being a big issue, you could visit some of the items and see how it works with the character. But most of the time they just plummet the character into the floor. But
the only thing is like Rampage is gonna get better region in the jungle, and he's already strong now. He's just gonna get crazier. I
Yeah,
really
you're gonna
wish.
fight him on Spirit, and he's gonna put you in the dirt.
Yeah, I mean, I really wish we didn't vote to have passives all at one time.
L community, bro.
That was a huge L. We could have been having him just throughout the game periodically.
I feel like I don't know why they did it, but they did.
But yeah, I'm excited, man. It's gonna be January's gonna be massive. We are getting passives. More than likely, if everything goes through, we're getting passives. We're gonna get a new hero, and like Ego said, we're just one more hero away, and we have all the OGs, and we get to Paragon The Overprime. We get to Soul Leave games characters who are all gonna be K-pop stars.
I hope not.
I'm okay with them like once or twice a year, bro. But like, we got like Adele, Xena, Marty just back to back. It felt like, and I know there was stuff in between, but it was like, holy.
I think it was just because they were like the more broken ones and the more noticeable ones, so they probably made more of an impact. Which I get. You want people to play your game over other ones, so you make your characters broken. But yeah, I definitely don't want more. I want more Boris characters. I want like monsters. I want I want like a Lucifer or something like that, like something or some kind of mythology or something thrown in here. But you can't really do that without hurting Smite, I guess.
Not saying why on the podcast for the YouTube reasoning, but Cordy's my goat. Just throwing that out there. Cordy's my king. We did get word that they are going to be working on monsters for the time being. I'm not going to lie, bro. I'll join you in the furry regions if Zinx is hot. Like, I know as a wolf, you probably see the cat lady.
You guys saw her, right?
Just like, dude, I did. And I was like,
so I got a question for you. You never had a crush on Lola Bunny?
No.
What?
No.
Yeah.
What the
Even
fuck?
Cordy's on it.
Bro, okay.
Lola
Don't get me, bro. Pause. Don't get me wrong, bro. Lola Bunny had it cooking, but I belonged, bro. Look at me. Look me in my eyes. I belonged, bro, to Raven from Teen Titans, bro. Oh my God, I was folded, bro. I was folded, dog, bro.
Listen.
I belonged to Shigo from Kim Possible.
That's like mommy
Oh,
issues. Though. That's
my
like
God,
two
bro.
characters that are. That's that I don't know.
Lola Bunny was it, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Lola, don't get me wrong, dude. Don't get me wrong here, bro. She had it going on, bro. But like, you know, the ears handlebar action, I get it, I see it. But Shigo, bro, the way she was leaned back every time, like literally, Shigo had the energy I love, bro. She did not give a fuck about Kim Possible when she pulled up. Kim would pull up like, "I'm here to stop you," and she'd be like, "And." Like what? I'm just like, oh my God,
I kind of agree with you because like, what was Starfire's sister?
Yeah, bro,
Darkfire? Yes, or like something like that. I get it. I'm there for it too. I had a thing for Raven.
Bro.
The only thing I didn't like about Raven is like her personality was like flatter than plank. It did
Dude,
nothing.
her dad was a demon, and I've dated a girl whose dad was a part of the KKK. My lane, bro. You right there, dog. It was over, bro.
I get it. I see where it comes from, but still, you look at Lola Bunny as a kid when you were watching Looney Tunes and you didn't like her. Nah, man, you're lying to yourself.
Well, one second. There's one more, and I'm trying to like remember. I'm trying to be very
careful when you type Lola Bunny into.
No. Okay, I'm just trying to remember her name. God damn it, I'm trying to remember.
Darkfire or like, or you talking about the Teen Titans chick?
No. This is a different one. So I'm trying to find her because she was another like superhero with a cartoon. There you go, bro. Also, you can type that in, and it's actually the most nutty thing I've ever seen in my life. Have you guys ever seen Road to El Dorado?
Yes.
I don't know if I have.
Yes, bro, I have. I know what you're talking about. I know.
Yeah, what's her name? What's her name, bro?
I don't know. I never watched that movie too often. I know. I watched that movie like only like once or twice growing up.
Chell was her name. Chel. It was a Chi, bro. It was literally over for me, bro. I didn't have time for Lola. I was too busy worshiping Aztec gods, bro. Your gift.
Like, who are you crushing on then? If you got Lola Bunny, okay, there has to be somebody else because he's got Shigo and Raven, right?
No, put Shigo and Chell, bro.
I'm gonna take you guys pretty far back.
Oh, he's gonna be old.
I'm about to show the oldness, and maybe someone in chat will catch on. But
if he says like the Red Rabbit girl, like
yes, who framed Roger Rabbit? Dude?
Rabbit was where it started, dude.
Who framed Roger Rabbit, dude?
Jessica Rabbit. Jessica Rabbit spawned so that Shigo could run. Okay.
Bro,
I'm telling you,
bro, she's mid, bro. She literally, bro, she's working for it, bro. Every other character had that accidental, bro, the rabbit girl, bro, she was cool, bro. Jessica Rabbit, she was throwing it, but she was working for it, bro. Shigo had it, no.
You're crazy.
Look at a general and tell me any day. Look at general of our probably thing right now. Tell me you're taking Jessica Rabbit over Chell. Look at the picture right now. You're diffed. You're diffed, bro.
I'm telling you. When I saw Jessica Rabbit, I was like, why am I attracted to an animated character? It was like it was like an opening of my eyes. I did not know that you could be attracted to fake characters, or I just didn't know that could happen.
That is a woman right there.
Yeah, Jessica Rabbit was okay, bro. Listen. She was She was
bad. That was a goated movie.
Bro, are you kidding me, bro? Bro, Chell was coming through
like that again. No, Chell is no way.
You're slumped.
Majority vote. Outplay podcast says Jessica Rabbit and Lola Bunny.
Nobody's saying that. You're capping.
Everybody.
You're just old.
Should we do an anime tier list of?
No, bro, I will, bro. Oh. I will. I swear to God, bro.
I'm gonna get like a therapist is gonna watch it and be like, "Daddy's mommy issues, daddy issues, self-esteem issues. Why is that person like that person? Like, like it's gonna be a list of all the."
Also, vintage, animated series Harley Quinn was like a dub, bro.
Again, just they can't they don't let it torch.
Oh, you're capping.
Let me because we have a lot of new people. Let me show you guys who Jessica Rabbit is.
They're all modeled after Jessica Rabbit.
Okay. Low key. Put up Jessica Rabbit, but then also put up Chell. And
Be
then leave
careful
it
how
to
you
Chell.
type it in. Be very careful.
This is very true.
Yeah.
Hide your thing.
Yeah, bro. The VPN is nuts.
This is Jessica Rabbit.
Bro, that's so bad, dog.
No way,
So
dude.
hot. I didn't know I had a thing for redheads until Jessica Rabbit showed up, dude.
Bro, literally, also the way she talked was just so.
Was the way mommies talk,
bro?
or women talk.
She's like, bro. Name a woman in your life, Wolfie, that's ever come up to you walking like this, like.
Dude, she stole the show, man. She stole the show.
Big boy.
Yeah,
Name one time that's ever happened.
But she could also sing, and the singing.
Look up Chell El Dorado right now on stream, or I leave. I swear to God.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, CHEL El Dorado. It's safe.
I don't know if it's so. I don't know if it's safe.
Oh, hold on. I saw blurred images. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Bro.
I saw some blurriness. So.
Okay, we're good. We're good. Be careful. We're walking on thin ice here.
But I got a glimpse. That looks like a teenager to me.
You're asleep, bro. She's literally 25, bro.
That's not wife material.
Bro. What? Bro, Jessica Rabbit belongs to the streets, dog. Get out of me, bro.
Oh, no.
Marge over whoever you just showed me. Yeah, I agree.
Cap, bro.
Marge? Nah, see, that's one that never hit for me either. No way.
Why did I type in Chell El Dorado and just see 8? Also, she's 20, so get off my ass. We live, bro. It's just a dub. Jessica Rabbit's like 47, probably.
That is a woman.
That is a woman.
All right, man. That was a fun podcast. Not a lot of Paragon, but it was a good podcast. It was fun.
That's cool. That's
we got a massive patch next time. If the patches come out, it's gonna be a massive patch.
She's like 38. Ew.
That is a woman.
All right, listen. Coming from the 24-year-old, relax.
Diffed.
All right, she's only like 10 years older than me. It's in the realm of possibilities.
All right, guys. Let's round out the podcast, man. You guys have anything going on? Where can they find you at?
You go, Cordy. You got more, or Ego. You got more stuff going.
We got an overpowered game tomorrow. The overpowered OPL, the overpowered Paragon League. We got a game tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think we have Microcosm versus Primetime. No, not Primetime. We can bring it up on the schedule, but I do think it actually is going to. Yeah, it's Microcosm versus Primetime tomorrow. So that is going to be it's Microcosm versus Mad Focus tomorrow. I'm getting confused with next week's games. But yeah, another very, exciting game. Once again, we're sponsored. So we're actually able to reward Kima to, the winning team MVP and stuff. Oh, yeah. We're going to be doing Raynor trivia to, support the community and all that good stuff. I will say it feels good to being able to put money in the pockets and, in-game currency in the pockets now of these players. If you like competitive content, come hang out with us. Ego, I do the casting, the organizing. I clean the toilets and the vomit and the sweat, blood, and tears off of the floor for my players because I love them and I value them all very much. So come hang out with me. And Wolfie, he'll be casting with me.
No, good try. You'll see me not casting. Twitch.tv, Mike Wolfie, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturday nights. Nothing going on for me. I will try to be a little bit more consistent on the YouTube. So if you do want to support me somewhere, go to the YouTube and give that a shot. See if that's your kind of style of stuff. It's usually shorts or it's usually like crazy good games. I gotta find a way to make up and come up with videos like Crit Chimera or something, something crazy or something. But I
like the little shorts. Those are fun.
Yeah, dude.
I get my minute, 2-minute picks in of Wolfie, and I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm happy.
Yeah, dude. Now I don't need to play games with him for the next few days.
And I'm Cordy. I stream, 4 or 5 days a week. I put a lot of YouTube content, and I do have a big event coming up. So on next Sunday, not this coming Sunday, but next Sunday, January the 14th, I will be doing a 24-hour stream for my birthday, which is on the 15th. So 24-hour stream. All the donations is going to help go towards building the website. I really want to get a website out for new players to come into the game. So if you guys want to hang out, definitely stop by. Even if you don't donate, just get the word out, let people know. We'll hang out, doing 24-hour stream, playing all Paragon. And then anything that, like I said, gets donated will help me to building into the website. So I'm looking forward to it, man.
Oh, yeah, man. It's going to be sick.
All right, guys. Everyone take care. We'll catch you next podcast on Thursday with a really big update.
Toodles.
Hell yeah. It'll be great.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, YouTube. Bye, YouTube.